This is going to be very brief. I just wanted to elaborate on a tool which I think people underestimate the usefulness of when it comes to analysis of anything, be it science, economics, or politics. There are many names for it. It's already a thing, and it's pretty universal to some degree. I call it the equivalence principle. You may call it the law of conservation. Basically, what this principle states is that if the count of something has to change, then the value of said something has to change, such that the overall value or total value of all said somethings remains the same. Pretty simple. For the sciences, it's pretty much a bedrock rule. Law of conservation of energy, of momentum, of whatever, heat and pressure in some cases, it's a thing all over the place. But unfortunately, when it comes to the realm of politics, economics, and the social sciences, it suddenly ceases to exist. Let's take econ, cause that is the place where this is most applicable in current-day contexts. How do you explain inflation? Well, if you ask the state propaganda sources all over the world, they'll say it's because of corporations jacking up the price on things while trying to reduce the production costs, so the oligarchs and managerial class can eat up all the extra costs in the transfer. A more nuanced explanation would be a phenomenon caused by more money chasing the same goods, which is good enough for people in the know, but still does not make sense from a semantical perspective. The best explanation for inflation as a phenomenon comes from the equivalence principle. Within the bounds of an economy, there is a certain amount of currency. Currency here refers to a material which acts as a common medium of exchange. It can range from precious metals to paper. Let said certain amount of currency be represented by X. Said certain amount of currency represents a certain value, both collectively and per capita. Let this per capita value be Y. So the total value within the bounds of the economy is XY. Now, if all the currency is owned by everybody, there is no currency which is unowned, and there is a requirement for the government to spend more money than they currently have. To resolve this issue, the government creates more currency. They increase the amount of currency in the economy to 2x. But due to the equivalence principle, the total value of said currency must remain the same. The total value must be conserved. Hence, for 2x currency to retain the value xy, the per capita value y must reduce to y by 2 for all currency, which in turn ends up affecting all the currency owners within the economy. This is basically inflation. It's the reduction of the value of currency due to the increase in supply of the currency. It's something which can only be caused by the government or whoever's holding the levers of the money printer at a point in time. And it's ultimately an unavoidable process. With the expansion of humanity, with the increase in production of everything, the per capita value and the quality of things which are produced must come down due to the inevitable increase in everything. Occasionally, this problem is fixed temporarily with the growth of global conflict. See the post-war generations for some reference, which cuts the fat to some degree, so the value increases, but it's not a problem which can be completely reset or eliminated. In politics and culture, this principle holds up a bit less, but still holds up to some degree in a different form. If you've been in a community of people, classified based on a certain factor, be it ideology, ethnicity, interests, whatever, you will notice as the community is opened up and the count of people within it goes up, the quality of the classification factor within the community goes down, and the relevance of said factor with the community goes down. Most noticeably, this has happened to the video game sphere, where the breakdown of community gatekeeping, combined with the infiltration of malicious outsiders, led to the dilution of the hobby and industry as a whole, setting the art form on a destructive path along which it continues to languish today. But again, it's an unavoidable process. Entropy is one of the effects of the passage of time. The best thing one can do is secure the things which matter on an individual level, protect the stuff you love, weather the effects, and hope things turn out okay. That has been the equivalence principle, one of many fundamental formulae which underpin human life. Learn to spot it, and phenomenon like it around you 'cause they're more relevant than you know. Till next time.